Also, after gap ups where there's really big expansion, RMV5 is better and will give you a cleaner signal after the fact, because if you look at RMV15, all the ranges that are forming in here 15 days from that expansion are be compared to the significant expansion we saw. So they're always going to look a little bit low, and sometimes they're going to be low, but the RV5 will reset a little bit faster and show kind of true tight areas after a gap up like this. So that's why I like to use RV5 after a strong gap up. On a weekly chart, I like switching it over to 3. That does a really good job of finding tight weekly ranges, and this can be really helpful. This is the NVIDIA classic breakout that had a 3 weeks tight at the end of it. RV went down to 0 right before it, and we saw that expansion up nicely and quick double here. So for weekly charts, I like RV equals 3. All right. So let's take a step back and really talk about how this becomes actionable. And this is RKLB, a really great swing trading name from last year. And let's talk about, how to identify ranges and identify the pivot points from these ranges. So again, going from left to right, here we've got a base, expansion higher. We see tightening in price, especially these last 2 days. RMV goes to 0. So we've identified a range. What's next? We have to identify the potential buy point, the pivot point. I look at the range and see where the highs are typically. And basically, I'll ignore most reversal down days and look at kind of the true highs and highs that kind of form the range. And for me, I would draw the pivot point from this upside reversal high over across. And if you're on this day, that would be my buy point for the next day. So we'd be looking to enter here. And, as it pushes higher, you buy off the open. Set your stop either at the low of the day or even the low of the previous day, because that's pretty tight as well. And you're off to the races. So that would be the buy point. And you can see, these highs are pretty close together. So if you use this high versus this high, in this situation, it didn't really make a difference. But typically, I like to ignore the wicks, the downside reversal highs. Let's go to another example. So again, we get expansion up. We're forming another mini base. Here we get RMV close to 0. All the closes are close together. Again, I try to ignore these wicks. So I would actually use this high to draw it across. This high matches up with this high nicely. So that would be my buy point. In this case, the pivot breakout doesn't work and we expand lower. So you'd be stopped out here. That's training, that happens. But it tightens up again and forms another tight range. So RV goes down to 0 on this day where we have an inside bar. So what do? We look for where the highs are and where the buy point would be.